Now presenting the Metal Dinguses podcast live. With Rancid Amputation and Dwarven Drummer. Prepare to be ass blasted.
Music.
The only thing I can think of when I hear that is how dead my guitar strings were.
Can you hear it? Like, is it like audible?
You can totally hear it.
Really?
Yeah, it just sounds dull. That's why after I change my strings, I'm always like, before I change my strings, I'm always really sad because I'm like, I'm terrible at guitar. Because the strings are harder to pick. They're not as lively. They're just like, it's like, imagine trying to fuck with a limp dick. It's like that. And then,
spaghetti noodle.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
hold on. I should have done this before. I'm sorry.
And then I changed the strings, and everything's nice and snappy and fucking good. And then I'm like, wow. And your tone is way better, and it feels way better, and you can play better, and you're just like, wow, I'm better at guitar than I thought I was. And then I have to crash and realization.
Are you okay?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?
It's the new meds.
Okay.
No, I don't know. These new meds, they've like brought me back to normal, and normal is like...
This?
Yeah, just normal. Like, it feels like a Sunday. Every day's a Sunday.
Today's Monday.
I know. Every day is Sunday, though, when I'm on those meds.
Okay.
It's like, just a little sad and a little happy. Alright, well, let's talk. What happened?
That reminds me, like, just bought a new drum head that I'm really hyped. I'm really excited for. It's shipped already, even.
Ooh, very nice.
I want to see if I can see when it'll arrive.
Can you buy new heads for the E-Kit?
I could buy new heads for the E-Kit if I wanted to. But it's like, you have to find the right kind.
Mm-hmm.
And all this bullshit. And it's like, I don't want to fucking deal with that. I don't want to figure that out. And besides, the drum heads on it are actually fine. Mm-hmm. It's just the snare drum's kind of fucked up. The actual, like, trigger mechanism inside of it is kind of fucked up.
That's I forget that you paid $1,500 for that thing.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
Yep.
Like, if I bought a $1,500 guitar, I would, like... I haven't. Like, all my gear together is worth less than $1,500. Probably not.
Yeah, and that's, like, not even worth as much as my acoustic kit. Think about that.
Now, when you bought your acoustic kit...
Oh, when I bought my acoustic kit, it was a used kit that was, like, $300.
Okay.
But now? I mean, the pedals and the cymbals alone are $1,000. And then add the rack.
That was $500, right?
Yeah, so that without the actual just pedals, cymbals, and the rack, it's the same amount as that whole thing.
That's fucking ridiculous.
And then you add the original $300 kit, and then you add the snare drum.
How much was that?
The snare? I think about $200. And then you add, I think it was like another $100, another $100 for the seat. And then the fact that I'm changing that, and then the heads technically also are money. Drums are the kind of thing like, and that's the difference between like drums and like guitars. Like, I'd say you have multiple guitars.
Yeah.
And so altogether,
yeah, that's true.
We're looking at like what? Like an estimate of a big
with my like amp.
Yeah, like loose estimate.
So we had like, it was like $600 or $750 for the Solar. Do cases count in the cost?
Sure, we can count.
That was an extra. So it was like basically $1,000 for the Solar, $900 for the Ibanez that I like never play.
Right.
6 something for the PV, like head.
Right. So like. It's like you spend like a similar amount probably.
Yeah, both
but like
about $2,000.
But you're looking at multiple different instruments, and so that they're all separate, their own thing. Yeah. But for me, it's all going into making the one thing just better.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. Like, in the end, we're doing the same, probably spending the same amount on music and instruments, but just, like, how it's being spent is different. Like, for me, like, I mean, for me, I guess the same thing as buying, like, a new tom, which is just another addition to the whole kit. It's probably similar how you feel about buying, like, a new guitar.
Yeah, like, that's how I, I agree. But it's like, but, like, I feel like with the guitar, it's like you've had that bass kit for so long, you know?
And I want to switch it out soon.
Yeah,
actually.
So
that is a goal of mine. I want to switch it out. I got the one pearl, the pearl tom. I got the snare, that's also pearl, but I really want the tom. Is the reason I brought that is because I actually bought that tom thinking with the thought that I'm going to slowly replace all my toms with that line of tom, which is the Pearl Export Series. It's fucking beautiful. I love those. Those are awesome drums.
Yes.
You're like,
yes.
yes.
Yeah,
I understand.
I love drumming. So
Metal Dinguses. We're back. We're back.
We said we weren't going to do it again, and we did it, kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, like it valid reasons though.
Yes. You
had my school started, my class started, and I started a new job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I've been really busy in the mornings, especially.
Yeah.
It's when we usually do this shit. So you know, it's just sort of been like that. So,
yeah.
But it was we knew we were gonna come back, and here we are. So
we're back. We're doing it.
It's beautiful. So you said you've been doing a lot with hair metal.
Yes, the past 24 hours have been.
Past 24 hours.
A lot of it. Yeah, I don't know. Yesterday I was just kind of like, I don't even know. I was looking because I've been meaning to buy a new guitar. Just because I want one, and
Nice.
Speaking of there's another reason. It's like the Ibanez they have is great, but I feel like that guitar is like as old as I am. Which isn't very old, but you know, like it's a bit like I want a guitar that is, you know, it's like, and that one's in a color and it like you hit it into something, which I have a tendency to do sometimes. It chips super easily, so I'm like, all right, I want a bit of a beater guitar, and then also I want one with like a Floyd or a hardtail bridge. It's not a tune-o-matic because anytime I play a guitar that's not a tune-o-matic, it's like I can't play because I'm so used to the tune-o-matic.
So you just want. So you're thinking, oh, I see. So you want to get like used to it.
Yeah, and it's like the 7-string.
That's smart. I didn't realize because you were talking about the Floyd.
Yeah,
and you were telling me like, oh, you know, all these guitarists use it. I was like, okay, yeah, but I still was like, it's weird that you're just suddenly sort of changing like that because you've always been like kind of like against getting one because you never really liked them.
I just don't like the maintenance part. Like if I could find, like, if they were selling those the Jacksons with the crackle finish with like a hip shot bridge. Or let's just a hardtail that's not like the tune-o-matic that goes up and over.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the other, it's basically a tune-o-matic, and what I've determined is tune-o-matic is like its own feel, and then everything else. Like you can go from playing a Floyd to a hip shot because they're all like your hand is like,
okay.
You know,
in
it's not that
area.
raised.
Right.
It's how high the string is. You know.
Got it.
So everything else is flush. So yeah. And you know what? I think I'm thinking the Gold Crackle Jackson because that's a guitar I want to play.
Yeah, I wonder if I can. I want to see if I can pull that up real quick. Actually,
or if Solar comes out, because I know they're gonna have some cool stuff coming out soon. So if they have something that really catches my eye, I'll be more than happy.
Oh no, you didn't send me the picture.
Yeah,
you just showed me.
Sparkly.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of what planted the seed yesterday of the hair metal thing. And I was just listening to some Dokken, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play some Dokken. And I just learned a bunch of hair metal stuff, and I was like, this shit is so much fun to play. It's like, with all the death metal stuff, I love it, obviously.
Yeah.
And thrash metal and all stuff, but it is so taxing physically.
Especially if, like, I think this goes back to something I talk about a lot. Sort of like how I feel with Death Island and like with our side projects. Like we've made a choice that that's something we're gonna like work towards to make into a career. It's not our jobs right now, obviously, but like it's something that we're like really like trying to hone in and like master almost.
Yeah.
So like, when you're working on something like that so seriously, sometimes it's nice going to do something just like that, and just doing it just for fun, like literally purely for fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's completely different, and like I think that's why like it's so important to do shit like that, and why it's so fun.
And for me, it's like I love playing that fast, heavy shit, but like there's also something to a lot of those hair metal riffs where it's like, yeah, the vocals sometimes are a bit weird, but like if you listen to just the riffs, there's some fucking fat, beefy fucking riffs. Like I know all these fucking like bands. I'm not gonna name names, but like a lot of the new wave of old school death metal. That's what I call it.
New wave of old school death metal.
Yeah. They're all talking about riffs and fucking this, that, the other thing. They're like, oh, we got the riff, we got riffs, this, that, oh, blue. Which I'm not saying that they don't, but like, I'm gonna pull a boomer card here. Call me when you write a riff as fucking heavy as this. Like, come on, man.
What's funny? Like, hold on, if you were to take that same riff, just that riff, and you were to play with an HM2, you have a sick ass death metal riff too.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like,
good riffs are good
that's one
riffs.
thing I've noticed with some of these. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately when I've been listening to shit like this. Like, what if you just took this fucking riff and like put Cannibal Corpse's tone on it? Would it just sound like a hair metal song with Cannibal Corpse distortion, or would it sound like a fucking death metal song?
Depends.
Like, it depends on the song. It depends on the song. But, like, some songs, like, wouldn't you agree? Like, if you were just to change like the guitar tone, it could just suddenly become a death metal song.
Yeah, more sometimes. Sometimes I don't necessarily think that all the time, but I think a lot of those hard riffs do because there's like an attitude to it.
Yeah, that's too. That too.
It's like I feel like almost with death metal, and I love death metal. It's my favorite style of music. I feel like we fall into this trap too when we're writing. It's like our attitude and shit is we're a death metal band,
right?
So we do death metal things. But like with them, it's just like I don't know the attitudes and the riffs, which I think and
it's much more of like we're just a metal band.
Yeah,
they're not saying we're hair metal or we're power metal. We're threat. It's just we're a metal band.
Yeah,
and like what's funny is like from one of our own favorite bands, Dahlia.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they were talking in one of the documentaries. I don't remember which one, saying how like people keep trying to label us like you're this, you're deathcore, you're this. No, I just say we're death metal.
Yeah,
it's like it's funny because how now that's the sort of like no, we're not trying to be all niche. We're just death metal. But like then it was just overall they didn't even go in. They wouldn't even probably have gone that far for a lot of the bands. It was just we're just metal.
Yeah,
which I thought. It's so weird, but like how like that attitude has changed too.
Yeah, and then also going back to Dahlia, Brandon Ellis, I think, is probably as far as death metal guitarists go. That dude,
God tier.
I mean, he's the death metal version of fucking George Lynch or any of those fucking guys, and it's so cool because it's so unique.
It's fucking awesome.
Mick really does have the heaviest feet of any human.
Right? I hear this. I'm like, does he not realize he's doing this? Like he's got.
Like, is he
how do you do this?
Like, do your feet weigh 40 pounds apiece?
Sometimes I forget he's watching this stream and can hear us through this, but still.
Yeah. I mean, God forbid we're ever on stage and he fucking like stomps his foot.
the Randy Blythe, like a Randy Blythe, and then falls through.
It's Randy Blythe, right?
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's spelled Blythe, and I've heard him say Blythe.
You done gotten pissed off to Mick. He's talking.
Like I've heard him say Blythe.
Really?
Yeah.
Bring it. Show.
I can't show receipts, but I know as a fact I've definitely heard it Blythe. I tend to go between the two.
Okay. Anyways, Did you hear the story on the Trevor podcast with Jamie, where they were? Talking
I haven't gotten
about,
to that one yet, so
right. They were
that answers
talking
your
about
question.
Napalm Death, and Barney apparently was like, she was like on the stage, and was just like, "There is no God," and the minute the words left his mouth, he fell through the steak. like as he was finishing saying the D on God, he was started falling.
There needs to be a video of that.
Yeah, I know. Jamie was talking. He was like watching from up top, and then they saw it, and they were just. And the other guys looked at each other like, "What are the odds?"
Oh God!
It's like a Steve. It's like here. What's the big? Oh, here's another thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh man.
So there's this outstanding guitarist, Rick Graham. And he has a YouTube channel where he posts all guitar content. Like he's like this.
Get a fresh start to the new year with Optimum Internet and
Optimum,
TV.
you owe us money now.
$50
Yeah,
a month.
come on.
Click now.
Where's the
Free
sponsorship?
advertisement.
Cetaphil Sheer Hydration.
Cetaphil,
Plus.
okay.
Yeah, same with you, Clarafil.
Yeah, come on, Cetaphil.
Hydration it loves.
Here's your money.
So that's him, and he has a YouTube channel. But the
like,
most popular.
it looks like he wasn't even trying. He
Oh,
was
he's
just like,
ridiculous. But the most popular video on his channel is this.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
I mean, there is no God.
send that to me. It's like we gotta play it. We gotta play it.
Mick wrote in the chat.
There are
Making
noises
us watch
everywhere.
David Attenborough. Are you on a Zoom call? Can we get Mick to start hosting Metal Dinguses and we'll take Mick's place in his class and just turn on the mic and continue our discussion?
Just keep doing Metal
We'll just be like, hey, you guys seen this video before?
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Mick getting out of bed every morning.
Liquor, booze.
Liquor, booze, aneurysm.
Alcohol, liquor, booze, aneurysm.
We gotta play it one more time, but like for the folks at home. For the folks at home, don't worry. Let's see if we can figure out how to remember how to penis. Like that.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Oh, House of Slipknot. House of Masks, I mean, sorry.
House of Slipknot.
What's the video?
I don't.
Seems so
fucking-
sad.
He's doing
Back
Q&A.
That seems like the kind of guy who, like, you
I
can tell if he won $1 million.
I shouldn't show that background.
The House of Mask guy seems like the dude that you could tell he just won $1 million and he'd just be like, cool. Like,
I can buy a bigger house
He's
for
a-
my masks with
Yeah.
this money.
He's like, I could build a bigger Slipknot wall. Like, he
Like,
has so
in,
many...
in a good way. This is in a good way.
Yeah, but like he has so many Slipknot masks to the point where I'm like, who the fuck cares? Like, oh, so I have this mask. This is my second copy of the first mask that Corey ever wore to the Grammys that Hooker pissed on. Like, I think it's cool that you're that big a fan of Slipknot, but like, come the fuck on, dude.
I'm only weirded out because I know you actually watched his videos for a little bit.
Yeah, I did, and I thought it was cool. Although here's my biggest gripe: he didn't do more videos on how he made masks.
Yeah, I wish he did more mask make. Although I think a lot of them he doesn't do himself.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
only like he's like But still, I know he said that there's a few that he did convert himself.
Yeah.
It's like, you should show how you did it. That would be so cool.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm just being a dick.
But like, I know that
but I do really appreciate what he does, and I think it's very cool that he's that big a fan of them.
Yeah, that is. And it's also cool that he was like, just through doing that, he's been able to like meet the band,
Yeah,
shit like that. Like
Yeah.
he did a whole interview with Corey Taylor.
yeah. But it's like, to me, it's like I see that, and I'm like, at the end of the day, you know more about Slipknot than Slipknot knows about Slipknot.
That's true. It's
Like,
actually
it's
very
like,
accurate.
He has like the English teacher effect, where it's like Slipknot will do something,
and then he'll
and
be
not
like,
just him, and
be
then
like, what does this mean?
yeah, exactly.
What is the deeper meaning behind?
Yeah,
this?
exactly. And then they're just like, it's just a boat. It doesn't have any deeper meaning, you know?
But what I also like that I love that like Slipknot still like appreciates is like
Yeah.
it's like what's cool is like they're like yeah like there was no deeper meaning for us, but the fact that you can find that
Yeah.
is just
beautiful.
cool.
And also, like those people are keeping very close historical tabs on everything that...
See, that I can see how that could get a bit difficult for the band though.
Oh, yeah. Like, especially with Paul and stuff.
Yeah, like
Like, when they probably have, like... I don't know. I'm not gonna
yeah, but still, overall, I think it's a cool thing that he does. I genuinely really enjoy his videos.
Yeah.
It's just one of those like channels that like I don't watch often
Yeah.
or regularly, but whenever I do, I tend to watch like, a bunch of videos and get really into it for a little bit.
Yeah. And I think it's cool. I just... My biggest problem is, and this will lead us into the thing I want to talk about. Why doesn't he have any King Diamond stuff? Like, I know King Diamond doesn't wear a mask, but he's got the top hat, and he's got the fucking cane and the fucking
That's true.
jacket. and all
Speaking of
that
masks,
stuff.
we could talk a bit about our
Keep
thing.
that on the deal.
All right, we're not gonna keep it. All right, we're not. Gonna
Also,
talk about our thing.
honestly, the gold crackle, how sick would that look for that band? It's a bit of a project that we still need to hammer out some details on
Yes,
and write
that's-
some music for.
Yes,
Um,
but we have some cool ideas in the works for just another.
Yes.
It's another one of our random side projects that we've been
Yes.
working on. So
that we're going to... I think we should put some time to when we're done. I know we probably shouldn't talk about this in the podcast, but we should, once we're done writing for Death Island, like, not
Mhm.
recording at the album, obviously, but once we're confident in all the music, we've gone over everything, we are 100% confident in all the music, that's when we can kind of, I think, start to put some serious effort into the side projects, because it's like, I feel like right now the Death Island thing is just in the
we're
back
on
of
such
my
we're
mind.
on such a like in between zone with all
Yeah,
that shit.
and it's
It
just
is
like, I
hard
want to get it done.
Yeah,
you know?
I know what you mean.
And it's like, and even if we come up with a riff for another side project that would be cool in Death Island, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
because the album is finished.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing. That actually is. I know you were about to go into the other thing, like the King Diamond shit, but I mean that is a thing. Like what we're talking about. It's like it's just really interesting with like figuring out the. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like finding the balance between like working on side projects and working on your main band.
Yeah.
Like that's been something that we've been, the two of us have been working around forever now, because we've been. For us, we just have this thing. It's like we find a new genre we like, and we just want to make a side project for it, basically.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
it's just another way. Oh, fuck, my hat's fucked. It's just another way to keep us writing shit and like keep that sort of like stimulate that creative side of the brain.
Exactly.
So it's just
Especially for stuff that we can't
Yeah.
incorporate into
yeah, because there are some things that we can try to incorporate with that line, and that like and we have done shit like that, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's just there's a point where you're just forcing it and it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
At which point it's always very quickly the answer is let's make a side project for it.
Exactly.
So-
And, there's nothing inherently wrong with that.
No.
Especially because, like, the side project, that's purely for, like, there's nothing there besides just doing it purely for the love of music.
Yeah.
Like with Deathline, it's like, we want to play shows, we want to do this, we want to do that. But that one is just creation for the sake of creation.
Yep.
And also, it's just like, it's like a muscle. The more you work it, the better you are at it. So
Exactly.
it helps with that.
And I've been noticing the more I'm working on and like thinking and writing for some of these other things, the more I try to incorporate when I'm thinking about Death Island stuff.
Yeah.
So, which can sometimes be really cool.
All right, so let's talk about King Diamond.
All right.
I was listening to King Diamond last night, and I was like, this fucking dude's got a song about his grandma. What the fuck is up with that? And I know, like, the intro track I'm getting chills just thinking about it's really fucking creepy. And it's
Mhm.
about some, like, crazy bitch coming back from the asylum.
Ah, I haven't heard
And
of
it's
this.
the grandma that comes back. And let me read you the story of the album. And then
Which album
there
is
was a
this?
follow. This is Them. The album Them.
Okay, no, that one, huh?
So it's Abigail. I looked up the story behind Abigail and Them, and then there's one other one that's like the sequel to Them.
Yeah, okay. This is one I know.
Yeah. So Welcome Home. I learned that one on guitar, and then
That's a fun one. I love that song.
Oh, it is a fun one.
We should cover it.
Sure. Really fucking hard solo though.
Believe it.
Okay, so let me read you the story. And I love this. Like, as far as I realized last night, as far as concept albums go,
Mm-hmm.
King Diamond is unparalleled.
You know what? You know what's. No, I'll say this after, but there's something I want to say.
As the album opens, a young king and his mother and sister are welcoming King's grandmother home after a mental asylum. That night, King investigates strange voices and discovers his grandmother having a tea party, seemingly alone, though with the teacups and kettles floating in the air. King is invited into the room to sit in his grandmother's chair. King is sent back to bed, but only after staring into his grandmother's eyes, whereupon she instructed him to forget what he saw. On another occasion, Grandma awakens King and tells him that she will teach him about Aman, their house, over a cup of tea. Grandma cuts King's mother's sleeping mother's hand, and adds her blood to the teapot. The voices of the house, them, begin to affect King with a drug-like effect. King's sister Missy tries to convince King that they should do something to help their mother, who is unconscious under their power. But his judgment is clouded due to his altered state. Great song by Sepultura. He refuses to call for help and cuts the phone line. At tea, Missy interrupts and furiously expresses concern about their mother's state and breaks the teapot. They, in response to breaking their teapot, chop Missy into bits with an axe and throw the remains in the fireplace in the kitchen. It's his sister. King snapped out of his spell, and he stumbles outside and pieces together the events that transpired. After fainting and regaining consciousness, he decides to attack his grandmother. He notices that their power is weakened outside the house, so he lures his grandmother outside and kills her. The voices of Aman continue to haunt the boy as he is questioned later and incarcerated in an asylum. Years later, he is released and returns home to find his grandmother and the voices of Aman are still very much alive.
Damn.
Grandma!
Here's the one thing. This is what I was gonna say before, and I'm glad I waited till now.
Mm-hmm.
What's insane is English is not his first language.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that a lot like in the past few weeks. Just like, imagine like English is your second language, but you're able to write such profound fucking lyrics. Like for in general bands from like Europe and shit. I think that's insane.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think it's also because it's like it's not even like they're writing it in their native language and translating, because it's like it works perfectly in English. Maybe it's like it could be a thing where it's like he's working with like he writes it in Dutch or whatever, and and then
Maybe something like that. He has an editor,
or like it's or just like a friend or something, and he'll like explain it. And I guess, but like I watched interviews with him, and he's clearly a very smart guy, and like he speaks English beautifully.
Yeah. But I think I'm assuming like in general though for like European musicians, like how awesome that is.
Yeah, that's
it's
sick.
so cool.
All right, now let's move on to Abigail. This is one of my favorite albums, The Song of Possession.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little brief period over the summer where I like listened to them and Abigail back to back, and I was like, "This is great. King Diamond's awesome."
You know what I want to do right now? Now that I know that story,
I'm gonna
add the rest of the
song
album.
"Bye Bye Missy." Ugh, how creepy.
Yeah, knowing that.
Yeah, it's like it's just like the music. It just sounds like, no offense, it sounds like any other heavy metal band from the time. Awesome, and it's like obviously King Diamond, but like that story, like that story has given me more shivers than like any death metal song.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And it's like just like how are these not picked up as movies?
But here's like the thing. Sorry, with death metal, I was like, it's so over the top. And it's so insane. Like that's I think why it's just like it's no way that this could be real.
Well, this is not like
there's
no way that could be real.
Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean though. Like it's just so insanely over the top that it sort of breaks that.
Yeah, but that's like really scary horror movie level. Like
Yeah.
that's like horror
I'd
movie
watch
if done properly
That'd be
would be one of the
sick.
scariest movies.
That'd be awesome.
You know, because I feel like everybody's seen a movie like that. Like, you know, I think of like The Conjuring or
Mhm.
something. You know, and it's just like creepy. Also, just the fact that it's like the grandma, because like you never expect an old person to be like
Right.
You know? Like it's always like, oh, the sweet old person. Anyways, let's go
And
to
they're also
Abigail.
the creepiest ones. So
Abigail tells the story of a young couple, Miriam Nadias and Jonathan LaFay, who move into an old mansion that LaFay inherited, already starting off on a strong note. It takes place in the summer of 1845. I love it when movies are like old like that.
yeah,
It's scary. Like, I think more need to do that. That Sleepy Hollow, outstanding. I know you and Mike heard it suck, but it's really
I don't know why. I just for some reason always thought it was bad.
It's actually quite
We
good.
should watch good. That's not. We should.
Alright,
We should do
I'm
one
totally
of the, one
down.
of those
Danny
watch-
Elfman did the
watch
soundtrack
nights.
on it.
You know what? No, I'm already in.
Yeah,
I'm already
exactly.
in knowing that guy is cool.
That guy's awesome.
I showed you his weird ass avant-garde, whatever,
Yeah,
new
yeah.
wave thing. Like, it's weird at first, but the
Yeah.
fact that it's like it goes into like almost punk shit.
Yeah, Danny Elfman's
And
the man.
he's like what, 70?
Yeah. All right. At their arrival, they are warned by 7 horsemen not to move into the house because if they do, 18 will become 9. Don't know what that. Oh,
Wait, can I
half,
see that?
half the family's gonna
Wait, can
die.
I see?
Yeah,
Okay,
18
wait,
will
where
become
were you?
9.
I just want. I need. Young couple.
You're talking about time signatures. They do not heed the warning and proceed to move into the mansion. During the first night, Jonathan meets with Count de La Fay, the family ghost. Sounds like Count,
Okay,
who is
okay,
a
yeah,
deceased
normal.
relative.
Yeah,
The ghost
just
shows him a
normal.
casket in which a stillborn child, Abigail, rests.
Oh.
The ghost informs
Whoa.
him that Miriam is carrying the spirit of Abigail and that the child will soon be reborn. He insists that Jonathan must kill Miriam at once to prevent the rebirth. Casper the friendly ghost turned into Casper the cuntly ghost. I added that. The narration
figured.
then relates... Well, it's Wikipedia. The narration then relates the story of what happened to the Count on his wife on 7th of July, 1777. Which, if you open the album, I believe that is the first track. The Count had discovered his wife had been unfaithful to him and was pregnant with an illegitimate child. Enraged, he threw the Countess down the stairs, breaking her neck and causing the child to
Wait,
be
the
stillborn.
Countess is
The Count, sorry, he threw the Countess down the stairs.
Yeah, that's
The Count is the
the
family ghost.
Count's the family ghost.
Yes. So he killed his wife, stillborn baby. The Count had the body of the Countess cremated and the stillborn fetus he named Abigail and had mummified and laid to rest in a sarcophagus. The Count had an inexplicable urge to preserve Abigail for the future. The narration then returns to the summer of 1845, in which Jonathan and Miriam are beset by a range of omens. The church bell rings despite nobody being inside to ring it. Flowers die, unwholesome stenches fill the house, and in the dining room, the table is discovered set for 3. In one incident, an empty cradle is discovered by Jonathan swaying in the air, with both him and Miriam insisting that they didn't bring it with them. The next day, Miriam is clearly pregnant and the fetus develops quickly. Jonathan realizes that the family ghost is speaking the truth. A fatal crisis begins when Jonathan accuses Abigail of possessing Miriam, and Abigail, through Miriam, admits it. So the baby is possessing the mother.
Insane. Whoa.
Yeah, Jonathan is terrified and considers getting a priest to exorcise Miriam. Miriam, however, exercising a moment of control, urges him to cast her down the stairs and kill her, just as the Count had slain the Countess in Abigail's original incarceration.
Oh my god.
Incarnation, sorry. Therefore, Jonathan pretends to give in to Abigail's demands and suggests to Abigail, once she regains control of Miriam, that she should come down to the family crypt so she can be reborn where she died. However, as the couple stands at the top of the stairs, Jonathan is distracted, and the possessed Miriam pushes Jonathan down the stairs.
Oh.
Miriam gives birth to Abigail but dies shortly afterwards, her last sight being of Abigail's yellow eyes. Supposedly, her ghost can be heard screaming on the stairs in July ever after. The 7 horsemen arrive at the mansion, discover the baby Abigail in the sarcophagus, eating something too horrifying for the narrator to mention, though the fact that it is found in the sarcophagus suggests that Abigail is eating her own previous body. Appalled, they take her away to bury her in a hidden chapel in the forest with 7 silver spikes driven through her body, a burial heard as the intro to the album in the hope that this will prevent a further resurrection.
How is that not a movie yet?
Yeah.
Please tell me. Please tell me. Someone explain to me that's
Also,
not a movie?
Can we discuss
He
the fact...
wrote that?
Yeah, he wrote that.
That whole story he wrote.
That's the plot of the album.
Like, but it's not based off. He just wrote it.
Yeah, that's from his brain.
He needs to be writing movies. Like, just not even like
Like,
first
he
of
just
all,
needs to give people plots.
first of all, you could just take his albums already and make them movies. But
Yeah.
could you imagine him writing movies? Rob Zombie.
Fuck off.
He does great. He does great. We love him. But
It's okay.
But we need King Diamond doing that.
Yeah.
That would be.
Can we pitch that to Jamie Josta? Get King Diamond on the show.
Can we get in contact with Jamie Josta? Is that a thing we can do? Jamie Josta, if you're out there, we want to pitch this to you.
Yeah, but like, and also, can we discuss that? Like, I now feel so inferior when I come up with any topic for a song.
Oh, dude, I felt so happy after sending you that whole like thing for the side project.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm the man. I know how to do the writing stories for an album.
Yeah.
I heard that. I was like, man, I'm really just a kid writing a shitty D&D campaign.
And here's the beautiful thing about what just happened. Last night, I realized I only skimmed the reading.
You know I'm gonna try to write shit like that now. You
Please
know that
do.
I want to try
Write
that.
it for Duff Island.
I mean, I know I will.
I would say, obviously, we can't do like a full album like that. Well, we can if we wanted to, but I don't think we do. But like, do 3 songs that like are loosely related. Like, they're not gonna sound alike.
I always thought King Diamond was cool, but like you saw, like I only had Welcome Home off the album.
Yeah.
I just added to that whole album and I added Abigail. I'm gonna listen to beat.
You know what we have to do now, right?
What?
Trash Man.
Trash Panda. Trash Panda.
We're gonna rename Trash Man, but that's what it's referred to as for now. And that was
Working title.
that was literally the style I wanted. I wanted to go for like a darker, heavy metal, like just with horror vibes.
Yeah, that'd be sick. No, yeah, I like that a lot.
And it's just like the music is super hair metally, heavy metally.
I got our lyric inspiration.
80s.
I went to
we could
Princeton
do that.
Record Exchange
Whoa!
again. I went to Princeton Record
Can I
Exchange
see
again.
this?
Yes. I thought that I was like when I sent you the picture, I was hoping for a bigger reaction, but I think I just got it.
Oh, you 100%. Oh man, $10 on man. I'm so jealous. Like next time you're there, could you give me a call and I'll like wire you money to buy me stuff?
I almost did because I knew there.
I literally
saw
would have
some.
asked you to buy.
Like
some
I
stuff.
saw they had
That's a good
Alphaville
one,
on.
too.
That's Patrick's.
Oh.
They
so good,
had Alphaville on vinyl, but it was $40.
Oh fuck that.
But it comes with a poster and shit.
yeah, you got a poster.
So this one I'm excited about. Bonus. I wonder what the bonus disc even has.
I don't know, but like that is a fascinating movie because it is like one of the first indie horror films to like ever gross like over $1 million or something.
Really? I didn't know it was indie.
Yeah, no, that was completely indie. Like that was like basically like the equivalent of filming on an iPhone today.
Wow.
Like, and it's like one of the top horror movies of all time because it's got that disgusting gritty feel. Like if you watch that movie, like, and that's why I think the remakes suck because it doesn't have that feel.
Mm-hmm. Like I thought it had like definitely an older sort of a little bit like of an older like grittier feel.
Yeah.
But it still felt like it didn't feel like an indie movie though quite. Which I thought that's really cool.
I think of it like kind of like, you know how like we can appreciate like black metal that's like not recorded under the best
Or
circumstances.
slam, like us, especially with slams.
Yeah, and there are certain
real
people who
distance slams.
require like the music to be super well produced and super like
Yeah.
you know
Super on the click.
Yeah, and like it's the same thing with that. Like there are people who like can't sit through that movie,
Right.
but like not because they're disgusted, but just because they can't. Like that, just like. But like when I see that, I love it because it's same with the kung fu
like
movies.
that's one of my that's like I don't know because like the only reason I'm really into that stuff is purely this is gonna be an interesting comparison that I just thought of. So and I have not just thought of, but like just so this reminds me sort of
Oh my god!
what
I don't mean to cut you off. combine the plot line of like the Prowler with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Trash Panda. Like how sick with like the unrequited love, murder, and then like I don't know, it's just something.
I see what you're. I'm just trying to figure out what you mean in the combination, like how to combine it.
Maybe we'll
But
do like 2
but I like
EPs.
the idea of combining the two
Yeah.
movies in some sort of
or
plot
like
idea.
or we're just two EPs, one based loosely on each one of the movies.
Yes. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So it reminds me of me how I got into metal. When I first got into metal, I basically just listened to what Mick told me to listen to. Like Mick was like, check out this band, Europe. Started listening to Europe. Check out this band, Avenged Sevenfold. Check out this band, Trivium, Ghost, Dahlia, the Adventures of Dahlia, and all this shit. Now I'm all on my own, listening to my own shit, finding my own shit. I don't even want to be recommended bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
not that bad. But you know what the point is. Like I like finding my own shit now. I'm sort of in that beginning. I've been in that beginning phase with horror films. I still am, for sure. It's 100%, and that's why like I'm into like all this. I'm not really. You told me, here, check out the Prowler. Watch the Prowler.
Yeah.
Fucking love the Prowler.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm still that way. It's like I still don't know how to look for horror movies. But like but now I'm getting into this same style, and I think that's probably going to end up going to be like I'll probably just be one of those who just, if I watch like a really like super well made horror film, I'm not gonna like it as much.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like but it's also like I feel like there has to be some sort of predisposition to like.
Oh, there definitely is to an extent too.
Because it's like if Mick was
But,
suggesting
like,
you to listen to these bands,
But at the same
You know?
there definitely is. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
it's like it's also the fact that I've been like just from the get go influenced in that way. I think
Yeah.
it's just an interesting thing. I just realized.
yeah, that is, and I always like I had a friend text me the other day like, hey, I'm trying to find bands similar to Arcspire. I checked out Spawn of Possession and Rivers of Nile. And they're cool. And I was like, alright, so clearly you like techie kind of shit. And I just listed them like 15 different bands that are, Necrophages, The Faceless.
Nice.
And I would like recommend a lot. But then I got kind of drifted into like stuff like Gorgasm.
Right.
Where it's like technical, but like, more just Defeat Sanity, The Wormed, Origin. And that's kind of when I started listening to Origin again.
Right. Well, this is really I like about recommending bands with like the three of us is you've gotten really good at like knowing what we'd like, and I think that's really cool. Like, and just like, hey, I think you'd like this one.
Yeah.
Like that's just fun. Yeah. I love that, and I've started doing that too now. I'm like with Repugnant. I remember I was like, I remember listening to it, I was like, this sounds like the type of shit Jared and Mick have been listening to a lot more lately. Yeah. And like I've already known this band for a while. I just don't listen to them too much. Like, and I sent it to you.
Yeah.
So
speaking on that note, you want to get into our weekly listens?
Already?
Yeah.
I thought we end usually.
I thought we were on TikToks.
No, we always end on the weekly listens. The last thing. TikToks we usually do in the middle.
No, you want to do TikToks?
Yeah, let's do TikToks. All right. Time for a segment we like to call TikToks for Jared and Reed. It's pretty straightforward. I just showed Jared TikToks because I'm on TikTok and he's not.
Send me a picture of Eric Rutan.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for the picture of Eric Rutan, Mick.
Right. I will put us on mute while I play it, and then I will unmute it afterwards to get our reactions.
Are you gonna cry? Piss your pants, maybe shit and cum?
Yeah, that's an old meme,
Really
but
funny.
I just saw it and I thought I liked it because I hadn't seen this meme in a little bit, so it was just a bit of a throwback.
What it is. Next. And also the thing is...
No.
Alright, the thing is I'm brutally honest during it. Like,
yes.
Like I try not to like it.
Yes.
So it has to win me over. I go in with a bad attitude.
Yep.
So if you're noticing a little attitude switch, that's it.
Yep.
So you want a chef? I will be the teaching for you, professional chef. Learn how to hold a knife. Regular, goofy. Cuban, what is it? Will it bring grandma back? Learn the slang.
Let's go, big boy. Let's go, big boy.
Big boy. No, that's not it.
Then, once you swear a blood oath, we'll finally share the top secret that separates real chefs from amateurs.
Wait, it just says to add more butter.
Shut up! It's a secret!
Okay, it was okay. The regular and Goofy was funny. He had the cumin joke.
The knife thing was like the main reason.
Yeah, that was
did
funny.
It.
And then the cumin joke missed an opportunity to do a come in.
Yes.
The grandma back was just like kind of like so random. It was like it's like, oh, I'm so random. I'm so.
He had a good one though that I should have added. I think I might have should too. He said it was one of his first bigger ones that went big. It was good. It said the scientists and metalheads are very similar in the sense that for metalheads it'll be like metalheads will say shit like why'd you call that Norwegian black metal? That's clearly Swedish technical folk death. While scientists, they do the same thing with their research. They'll just everything makes sense to them, but to someone who doesn't know, it all sounds the same.
Yeah, that's accurate.
He explained it better. And I remember it was just super accurate. I was just like, how is this so fucking accurate?
Yeah.
But I wish I'd shown that one, but I don't even know. I don't think I could have seen that.
Hair metal and glam metal.
Right. Right. All right. This one's a shorter one. This one's got Vine energy a bit.
Okay. I like those ones better typically.
Yes.
Can we discuss how that dog turned into a demon? Was possessed by Abigail and flung the door open.
That's the whole point. He was not happy with that door.
Yeah.
It was so aggressive.
Yeah.
He just fucking slammed with his paw like a human.
Yeah.
Just whack.
Yeah. It's some shit Lima would do.
Some shit Lima would do.
Yeah.
All right, next
Just
one.
To be like mixed like jaw that she's like opening. And then mixed like, oh my god, I can't sing for the show. And I'm like, suck it up. And then mix like, I was like, okay, I'll sing for the show, but I can't drink any coffee, but I'll smoke 40 cigarettes then. I'm sorry.
All right, back. Next one. I think there's only like one or two left.
Hey yo, it's almost 7 p.m. Having a cheeky little glass of wine. Ooh, I already know this better go straight to my clitoris.
Left.
I hate that. Like, first of all, look at this fuck's neck beard. The only funny thing here is that dude's facial hair. Second, get the thing off the screen.
This is definitely the last one.
There's more.
This is the last one.
Okay, great.
So.
Gender.
Damn.
Devil's Instagram.
You're not going to believe this. See this right here? See this hole? Could be a mouse, a rat, a mole. I don't know. I had gerbils and hamsters when I was a kid, so I've got kind of a love for these animals. The inside of this tube is scented with a pheromone that will attract whatever kind of rodent this is to go right in the tube and run out the other side. Now all we got to do is wait for these babies to get to their new home.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
That was an old one I found literally like 3 months ago.
That one
that
was
I've been
good.
saving. I've been saving
that one. Was perfect. It was just perfect.
I'm glad.
All right.
Weekly listens?
Yes, sir.
Right.
This is gonna be a bit of a long one. You want to go first, or shall I?
You go first. I gotta go through them. Just try to think of what I'm gonna pick.
So, first one. I'll just go over the past couple days. We had my origin kick. Which are you a fan of Origin?
A little bit. I got into them a little bit because I wanted to get the Origin shorts when I went for my runs.
Oh, right.
So I bought a pair of Origin shorts. I was like, I need to listen to more Origin.
So this is off their 2017 album. It's called Accidentally. But there's one riff in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking sick.
I'll send you a video of that jazz drummer reacting to their drummer. Dude's jaw was on the floor.
John Longstreth is insane.
Ridiculous. Like his John Longstreth's little older sister was in the comments, and she was like, he was playing Buddy Rich when he was 3 years old. I was just like, fuck. It's cool though when you like see what the child prodigies like become.
Yeah,
so it's like when they can obviously. I feel like this would be an interesting like kind of documentary, like those child prodigies that blow up on YouTube or whatever. Like, it's almost like they kind of have to spend the rest of their life outrunning that version of themselves.
Yeah,
you know, because like if they want to be like considered, on the same tier as other like adults, it's almost like. They're always that kid who's like really good or whatever. Anyways, Andy Wood is actually teaching one of them.
Nice.
The kid got like 3 million views on YouTube when he was like 3 years old, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's 13 now, and Andy's like he's my best student. Clearly.
Nice.
Anyways, the next band, Worm.
So, a band I've wanted to get into. Like I wanted to get into them like a while ago. I really wanted to like try to get into them, but I never did. I don't know why.
I really love this song.
Ooh. Whoa.
It's way slammier than I remember. I found out it was banned 6 years ago. Downloaded this album, never listened to it. I tried to once. I was like, it's too technical. That's what I thought process at the time. And I listened back. I'm like, this is just what I like. Super technical and slammy. Now we got this.
I'm not allowed to see.
Nope, take a guess what band this is.
Is it one we've talked about today? Give me the first letter.
S.
Not Scorpion. I also think something one I don't know.
Here's a hint. They also wrote this song. Oh wait. You know now?
No.
They also wrote this song. You know this one, right?
This one's ringing bells, but I don't think I know this one. I don't
Skid Row.
Oh shit. That's one of those bands that like everyone should know, but secretly this whole time I've never listened to a single song by them.
Oh, this song.
I've been too scared.
I only know this
Literally, it's
song.
my first time admitting it. I've never listened to Skid Row before.
Really? I saw Sebastian Bach live. Well, I was waiting for Sabaton to come when I had Montreal.
Right.
And they played this, and I was like, this song fucking rules.
Nice.
Oh, get ready? And this is why hair metal fucking rules.
Send me.
You ready?
What's it called?
Youth Gone Wild.
That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
S. S. And then what's else? What's else? Obviously, you're gonna know this one. George Lynch. Let me go to the C. That part is so cool. And then the ending. This song's called Dirty Cunt Beatdown. It's like orgasm. You ready?
Yes.
Take some Ritalin and listen to that then?
Woo! Yep. Yep.
That's what I say, man.
All right.
Wait, why did Pat leave this album here?
Oh, we did a temporary trade, but we still haven't traded back.
What?
Same. I gave him Paranoid. He gave me this, but keep saying we want to switch back. Same. It's the same thing with his boonie hat and my fish shoes. See, he still has my fucking fish shoes. It's a federal
hat?
crime.
Oh, the Halloween costume?
Yeah, federal crime. Anyway, my lesson of the week. All Hallows Eve by Typo Negative. Like, I've been listening to this a lot. This part. I don't know why.
Peter's voice is just so perfect.
It is awesome. And like this song, I don't know what it is, but I just fucking love it.
But I feel like people overlook Typo Negative because they can't look past just like the sex appeal or whatever.
Yeah.
When you actually listen to the band, they're all outstanding musicians. But Peter's creative mind is
Insane.
outstanding.
Insane. I fucking love it.
Like, and just, you know, that dude. I'm just sad I never got into them earlier. You know, like that. Like, I look back and that if I had been as big of a Typo Negative fan now as I was in high school, like I would have. Like, that would have been a great band. That would have been a formative band in my development.
Same.
I feel like.
But I got that's where I gotta be like I got it right at the end of my high school.
I got it.
Literally, I got into it for the first time when quarantine started. When quarantine started was when I was a senior. I was still a senior in high school. Now I'm a freshman in college, so it's not a huge difference. But
I think it was good because I obviously had some experiences in college I didn't have in high school that allowed me to connect with, obviously not just the sex lyrics, but the more somber sad ones that I connected with those in a way that I probably wouldn't have if I'd been in high school.
Yeah, and I connect with some lyrics just for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one's also type of negative, but this is one I've been after this album for a while. It's not on any streaming services.
Yeah, where did you find that out? Like, did you buy that at Princeton Records?
Fucking Amazon, dude. Amazon. I had an Amazon gift card. I was like, you know what? I try normally not to do this, but if it's on here, sure enough, Dead Again.
Was it like $45?
It was 20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was like a normal CD. Look at Dead Again. Last album of Type O Negative. The chorus is awesome. Which of course isn't here. Here it is.
There's a chance I have the red version of that album. Because remember when I bought that Type O Negative DVD?
Yeah, and
they sent me the wrong one. They sent me Dead Again. Something like that. They sent me something from Dead Again.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck is this? One After Dark. Yeah, it's a great. I love that they put Rescue in there.
Yeah. It is such a big change in like how in everything. This album's completely different, but it's still weirdly fitting, all of it. And then this is thanks to you. I've been blasting this every day after work. On my way home from work, I've been blasting this.
Sure.
Fucking devourment, self-disembowelment. Fuck yeah. Just fuck yes. This is a fun one. Then last one is one I've actually probably shown on here a few times before. But Body Count. When I'm Gone. Again, I've listened to this during work a lot. It is. Man, Ice-T. Fucking sick ass fucking hardcore metal, whatever the fuck vocalist. Front man. Like, even this, which is a more melodic song, it's just so fucking heavy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What's
I fucking love it.
From Evanescence?
Yeah, Evanescence.
That's cool.
So, it's so cool.
Oh, I had a song. I'm sorry. When you're done with yours.
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, you are done.
Yes.
And this was a bonus because I went down the nostalgia rabbit hole. That was the other thing. I started listening to a lot of M Unfolding.
Yeah, I did that. I did it very, very little bit. I listened to like a few songs.
I had like 2 days where like I was just jamming them a little. But
I had one day during work.
Here we go. Listen to this. It's this version of the song with Jamie Josta on it. This was the first time I ever listened to Josta, when I was like in 9th grade or something. And I was like, Jamie Josta, like I knew he was from Hatebreed, but I never listened to Hatebreed. Oh, fuck. That part was heavy when it comes in. And then
Groovy.
Josta's got to come in soon. That's it. There we go. There's the printer though. There we go. hearing this for the first time. What the?
Jamie Joss is so fucking sick.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Fucking love Jamie
That was
Joss.
my
Yeah.
jam in 9th grade. Yeah, Jamie Joss is the fucking best.
I'm not even gonna say anything about Five Finger Death Punch. I'm just gonna say Jamie Joss is
I
awesome.
appreciate Five Finger Death Punch. I appreciate what Five Finger did to my music development, and that's about as far as that goes.
Yep. That's it.
And then I guess let's end it on this.
Ended on a high.
That was an episode.
Let's review Frankie.
You know this song?
No.
Oh, this is one of the greatest guitarists of all time, Eric Johnson. The man who was so specific as to he was very specific as to what batteries went into his pedals.
Really?
Yep, he believed that affected his
Oh,
sound.
you told me about
Yeah.
that.
But he has probably the greatest clean tone I've ever heard in my life.
Is your background dime?
Yes.
Nice.
It's been out for a couple weeks now.
Nice.
You probably haven't had a podcast since I took it. That was a cool picture. And then I had the realization that dude's pinky is like as tall as his ring finger. And I look at
Oh my
mine,
god,
and
that's
I-
his pinky.
And I look at mine, look at this! What sort of, you're the same way. What sort of unfair shit is this?
Hold on. Fucker. Stretch.
Yeah. And if you watch, do you just, like, fuck your pinky?
Yes, I did. No,
Oh.
not at all.
Anyways, like, if you watch him play, like, it looks like when he's playing, like, there's just a barrage of flying fingers
I'm
like,
just-
slamming on the fretboard.
There you go.
Because-
There you go.
Yeah.
I did it. Yeah, see? See this totally.
Everybody's heard that. There's a video of Post Malone playing at, like, 70% speed. Which is still impressive enough. I can't play it that fast. Also, speaking of dime, Post Malone has a tattoo of dime on his finger.
Yes.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yes.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan, which eternal respect. I always hated Post Malone until I found that out. And I was
Seriously,
like,
that
he's cool.
That's what changed it.
Well, I mean, that was I hated him for like 2 years, from like the 10th grade to senior year, and that's when I found out senior year. And then I was like, I didn't like his music.
I hated him at first because I didn't know it. There is a very dumb reason for hating him. I didn't know who he was, and I was frustrated because all I knew was that he was apparently really famous, but I'd never heard of him until he was on Hot Ones, and he looked like a dumbass.
Yeah, I always hated him just because like everybody's like, oh, Post Malone, saucy. And I was just like, the music sucks. And then I find out he's into like his dime bag tattoo, and I was like,
It was like,
I
you know what?
apologize.
It's like, you know what? To be fair, we never actually gave him a fair chance at all.
Yeah.
We just saw him,
He's
heard
got
everyone
some
saying
cool
it,
music.
said he sucked. Now we're gonna give him a fair
He has
chance.
some cool music. I think that song that was in the Spider-Man movie sucks abysmally, but
I don't think any of his songs suck abysmally. Like, and I know you hit on a lot of songs,
say
but
that because Mick loves that song.
I know.
On break.
On break. Well, we're about to end.
Mick just shat his pants.
No.
The world must know.
But
Uh-oh. There's a dog coming.
Hey.
Right.
Alright. Get out.
Also, Jocko. Firstly.
What?
Jocko.
Stories.
I know.
Stories.
Yeah, Jack.
Who else?
Rest in peace.
Alright, and Chick Corea, dude.
Yeah, Chick Corea, rest in peace. We didn't talk about that on pod.
We
Chick
need
Corea.
to.
Anyway.
Well, it's Metal Dinguses, not Chaz Dinguses.
Now it's Jazz Dinguses.
Jazz Dinguses.
Jazz Dinguses is you and me.
Okay.
And David Davidson.
You haven't seen my playlist.
Do you know this one? Wait, hold on.
Dude, I hate to break it to you. I like Eternal more than Origin, even though I've seen Origin.
Ooh, cool.
More, I've listened knew more songs from Origin, immediately when I got into the Eternal, there was no return to it. It was just like, whoa. Because seeing how ferocious Eric Tan is on stage.
Oh, he's awesome.
This
so
one.
good.
This is a fun one. I like this one a lot. I listen to this at work a lot.
Switchblade.
By Duke Ellington.
Oh, nice.
What is...
Oh, nice.
No, you are not Susie calling from what?
That's some shit that I would like love to
3
get
minutes
really
left
high
and
to.
break.
And like play some like fucking
Hey, Lima,
mafia.
Lima.
Might have to do that.
Hey, Jared.
Or some shit that like I would take a bunch of Ritalin and then I would like I would like take that before my meds kicked in, but right as they're starting to kick in, I'm like, this is so goddamn good, but I need to listen to Gorgasm.
Alright, Mick, what are you doing? Mick,
My
stop.
little baby Roy.
Bruh. Just close the door.
Alright.
Wait. You alright?
Mick, close the door.
I'm about to.
Then also this one too. Yeah, but I went on a little fusion kick like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
Big fan.
Alright, well, we're going to end it here.
It's a
I think.
podcast, Frankie.
This is
Wait, yeah,
it's a review, Frankie.
Put it on.
Oh, yep. This is for the side project that we had. We weren't going to talk about yet, but I gotta put this on for the end. All right. It smells like pure paint thinner. It literally just came in the fucking mail.
How do you get that smell out? Do you?
I don't fucking know. You gotta let it like sit, basically. This is all right, Frankie. Where's the hat?
It looks like it fits pretty securely, though.
It does. It feels secure. I think adding a hat helps.
Yeah.
Because then once the hat was on, I remember it doesn't. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. And I think you should like add your own breathing hole.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add some like.
And then like
holes.
stuff the end.
I was thinking. You said that, and I was thinking like I actually
Like,
have some stuff I'm
stuff
gonna
with
be able to
cotton
use.
or
Yeah. So that doesn't do this.
Yeah. And then on the ones that touching your face and shit, and like that are gonna be on the other side, fill those with something.
Yeah. Also, I have here. It's right there. I have this, which I will somehow figure out how to.
Oh yeah,
onto
try
it.
put both of them on.
It won't fit 'cause these got the weird goggle things, but I'm gonna figure out how to make this hole bigger. Maybe take this one out and put it on here.
I think it'd be easier to take this out.
That's what I'm gonna do. But I also want to make this hole bigger.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what are you plugged into?
It has a battery pack for the lights.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll put it on. I put this one on. You gotta put that one on. There you go.
Ah, this took a retarded turn.
A turn. It's not like it isn't, it isn't the whole time.
You look way cooler than me. This mess sucks.
I've
Stop
probably
doing
killed
that.
all my brain cells.
Whenever you blow out, blows a fucking. I'm losing brain cells too.
All right, that's been an episode. Thanks for watching.
Take it easy.
Now presenting the Metal Dinguses Podcast Live. With Rancid Amputation and Dwarven Drummer. Prepare to be ass slapped.